This is our first time doing work in the last 3 months. During the past 90 days, we have witnessed how weak and vulnerable we can be. Now more than ever, the three-way formula or work in our physical, spiritual, and mental condition has become more crucial and important than ever. Fear, anxiety, panic, and despair have become a daily part of our life, a daily presence in our lives. COVID-19, like any other disease, it starts by entering our minds. If we let it, it enters our body and it could end our life. Humanity needs to understand that we're fighting a psychological war. This is probably the toughest war we have ever had to fight. Why? Because in this case, it's a fight where you could become your own enemy or you could be your best ally. During these times, a lot of people are probably going through a nightmare. A lot of people is probably could be the worst time they have ever faced. So it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of work when you have to fight your own mind. I can tell you by my own experience that it's not easy. It's difficult, but it must be done. It's the only way you're going to go through this is by being able to control your own mind through meditation, through praying, it's probably something that is never seen before, at least in our era. If you need help, so then look for help, because most of us can't fight this alone. So it's important to look for resources, for tools, praying, inspiration, meditation, doctors, anything that works for you, you must get it done. A positive mind is always a plus. Let's not forget that God has a way to do things, and sometimes God acts in ways that are difficult for us to comprehend. It's not in our power to question God's actions. That's something that is totally out of our hands. We need to learn to worry about the things that we can control. And our mind is something that must be under our control if we're going to succeed. We have to continue. Life moves on. We need to move on. A lot of us are going to have a story to tell. A lot of us had a loss or somebody that we love. We all have something to grieve, but we need to grieve. We need to have closure, but we need to move on because life continues. This is not the end. Life is not ending here. So it's up to us. It's up to our faith, our determination, our courage to continue living. Once all this is over, we will be the real survivors. All those who manage to do the work and all those who put a fight with themselves against all these demons that attack us every day, every minute, every hour, will again be the real survivors. The universe has shown its power. The universe has shown its power to give us a lesson. So we're really hoping that humanity finally will learn the lesson. We're really hoping that we can finally grieve and move on and evolve, because the most important thing is to continue the evolution. We need to evolve. And certainly what I want to say to all of you is that we need to come out of this bigger, stronger, and better persons. Humanity needs to move on in a way that we can become more generous, that we can become more empathetic. It would be totally useless to go through all this pain, through all these experiences, if at the end of the day we don't change, if at the end of the day we don't learn the lesson, if at the end of the day we continue with the same negative and toxic habits that we have. So what I really want to say to all of you who are taking the time to see my message is that all we want with this is to send a positive and message to evolve, to continue growing. Because it's important to evolve. It's most important to learn the lesson. So let's just please be better human beings.